Where are you, my sweet girl? I'm just missing you so desperately.
Lauren Spearer, a 20-year-old sophomore at Indiana University in Bloomington, went missing in the early morning hours of June 3, 2011. It was the end of the semester, and Lauren, from Scarsdale, New York, was studying textiles merchandising. After hanging out with friends for drinks, she started heading home and then seemingly disappeared without a trace. Where did she really go? How did she disappear? Stay with us to find out. There are videos from different buildings and streets showing Lauren Spearer on the night she vanished from campus. But after that, she just disappeared. Lauren was a small person, 4 feet, 11 inches tall, weighing 95 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. On that night, she was wearing black leggings and a white tank top with a white shirt over it. Even with such a detailed description, the authorities couldn't find any leads. National news talked a lot about Lauren's disappearance, but despite a big search effort, she's still missing, and the case is unsolved. For the past 10 years, Bloomington Police, with help from the FBI, have looked at videos, interviewed hundreds of people, and searched the land, keeping the case active. Lauren's family still hopes for answers, but many now worry that we might never know what happened to her.
Family and friends continue the search for Lauren Spearer in Bloomington today. If you'll remember, officials searched the Vigo County landfill for the missing 20-year-old. They weren't able to find any clues in the case after nearly 2 weeks, but supporters are searching again in Bloomington today. Family and friends handed out flyers to students back on campus this weekend to spread the word about Lauren's disappearance. Police have not said what the next step will be in this ongoing investigation.
On the day Lauren Spearer disappeared, she had some friends over at her apartment to watch a basketball game and share some wine. She had known some of these friends, including her boyfriend Jesse Wolfe and her friend Jason Rosenbaum, from a summer camp in Pennsylvania. Later that evening, Jesse was at his apartment when Lauren texted him that she was going to sleep after the game. However, she ended up going to a party at Rosenbaum's townhouse nearby. Surveillance video shows her leaving her apartment around 12:30 a.m., appearing happy and well. At Rosenbaum's party, Lauren met Corey Rossman and Michael Beth, neighbors and friends. The night involved more drinking, and there's speculation that drugs like Klonopin or cocaine might have been involved. After the party, Lauren and Rossman went to a sports bar called Kilroy's and were there for about half an hour. Strangely, Lauren left her cell phone and shoes at the bar. They then headed back to Lauren's apartment complex, where they encountered a group of young men in the hallway, possibly friends of Jesse. An altercation occurred, resulting in Rossman being punched in the face, causing him to lose much of his memory of the night. Surveillance footage showed them leaving the complex, with Rossman carrying an intoxicated Lauren over his shoulder. They reached Rossman's apartment, where, according to his roommate Michael Beth, Lauren vomited and went to bed. Michael mentioned that Lauren then went next door, back to Rosenbaum's place. Rosenbaum claimed that he insisted Lauren sleep on his couch, but she refused, saying she wasn't done partying. According to his account, this makes Rosenbaum the last known person to see Lauren. She walked up the street toward her own apartment around 4:30 a.m. that morning. Despite extensive efforts by Bloomington Police and the FBI over the past 10 years, Lauren Spearer remains missing, and the case is still active. Lauren's family holds on to hope, but the mystery surrounding her disappearance continues to baffle investigators and the community alike. The details of that night raise more questions than answers, leaving a haunting void in the search for Lauren.
Details tonight regarding the 3 men who were the last to see Lauren Spearer before she disappeared. All 3 are asking for dismissal of a lawsuit filed by her parents that puts the blame on them. Corey Rossman, Jason Rosenbaum, and Michael Beth all filed motions to dismiss the lawsuit filed in May by Robert and Charlene Spearer. The Spearers accused them of being responsible for Lauren's disappearance and death on June 3, 2011. She went missing after a night of partying. However, the defendants claim that under Indiana law, a missing person is presumed to be alive for 7 years after their disappearance. So they can't be responsible for a death when there's no evidence that Lauren is dead. Rosenbaum and his attorneys also take issue with the accusations he provided their daughter with alcohol, which led to her presumed death. Their response? Any allegations as to what occurred after she left Rosenbaum's residence and what was the proximate cause of her alleged disappearance, injury, and death rely on nothing more than mere speculation. Rossman's attorneys take issue with the blame the Spears are placing for not taking better care of Lauren, saying, quote, "There is a distinction under the law between saying that a person should do something and saying that a person has a legal duty to do something." And according to Beth's motion to dismiss, he did more than his duty by trying to get Lauren to sleep on his couch before taking her to Rosenbaum's apartment. It says, quote, "Public policy does not require anything more of Beth and probably required less of him than he did."
From the very beginning of the investigation into Lauren Spearer's disappearance, her parents harbored suspicions that the friends accompanying her that night held more information than they were willing to share with the police. Swiftly, 4 of the men who were with her sought legal representation, namely Corey Rossman, Jay Rosenbaum, Mike Beth, and Jesse Wolfe. Despite not being officially considered suspects, they remain persons of interest in Lauren's vanishing act. Jesse Wolfe asserted that he was at home during the early hours of June 3rd, but the police found themselves unable to definitively confirm or disprove his alibi. The intriguing question arises, did his friends, who encountered Lauren and Rossman at her building, apprise him of her intoxicated state and her company with another man? While these friends cooperated with the investigation, some of their parents opted against allowing them to undergo police polygraph tests. Instead, a few chose lawyer-appointed third-party polygraphs. Rosenbaum and Wolfe claim to have successfully passed these independent tests, although the specific results have not been disclosed. The enigma surrounding Lauren Spearer's disappearance continues to deepen as lingering questions persist regarding the events of that night and the individuals who were in her company. The passage of time has not dulled the desire for answers, and her family remains steadfast in their pursuit of the truth, hopeful that one day the mystery will unravel, bringing closer to the painful uncertainty that has persisted for over a decade.
Many times we are asked if Lauren's case is listed as a cold case. The answer to that is an unequivocal no.
Tomorrow marks a heartbreaking milestone in the case of missing IU student Lauren Spearer. It's been 10 years since she disappeared.
It's hard to believe, you know, it's a difficult time for the Bloomington community, and Bloomington Police say that they have received more than 3,600 tips since that time, and they have executed 10 search warrants just in the past 3 years. Of course, Lauren's parents are devastated, and they have not given up their hope either.
Lauren's mom, Charlene Spears, said it would be too painful to discuss this on camera right now, but she did share her thoughts on Facebook. She says what happened to Lauren was shocking and inconceivable. Charlene goes on to say that she tries her best and she will survive, but will never forget Lauren. To her, every day is a day of remembrance.
Apart from theories suggesting that someone Lauren Spearer was with that night might have harmed her, there's always the unsettling possibility of abduction off the street. A 90-pound girl, barefoot and intoxicated, could be vulnerable to being taken quickly. In the vicinity, there was a known sex offender, also later revealed as the killer of another IU student, Hannah Wilson, in 2015. However, the police dismissed any connection between these cases. Additionally, it's plausible that any friend and/or acquaintance could have picked Lauren up as she was walking home. The uncertainty surrounding Lauren Spearer's disappearance opens the door to various possibilities, each shadowed by the lingering mystery of what truly happened on that fateful night. Investigators continue to explore different angles, hoping to uncover the truth and provide some closure to Lauren's family and the community affected by her vanishing. Another widely considered theory is accidental overdose. The consumption of substantial amounts of alcohol, possibly combined with other drugs, atop Lauren Spearer's heart condition and/or medication, could have led to her death. If she passed away while at someone else's apartment, panic might have set in, prompting an intoxicated college student to frantically hide her body. A tip received in 2016 seemed to suggest this possibility, but subsequent investigations into the matter has not yielded any conclusive evidence. The ambiguity surrounding Lauren's disappearance persists, and even after a decade, no one with vital information has come forward to share what truly transpired that night. The uncertainty surrounding Lauren Spearer's fate continues to haunt her family, friends, and the community. Each theory raises more questions than answers, leaving the search for the truth in her mysterious disappearance an ongoing challenge for investigators and a source of enduring pain for those connected to her. Perhaps it was a terrible accident that happened, and we can deal with that, Lauren Spearer's mother, Charlene, said at a press conference. What we can't deal with is what we don't know. With this, we would like to end this video with the hope that you liked and enjoyed it. If you like our content, make sure that you like our video, and do share your views and opinions with us in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel to receive regular videos from us, and don't forget to click the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Until then, peace.